Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Faithful Dogs. We're a little bit later than usual. Normally, we come to you at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. But I had a Ravens creator on earlier. Matt was on, and he was great. And it's just nice not to have to rush in between shows or have to cut him off short. But now I'm here with Big Mike from the Man Cave 10, my co-host for Faithful Dogs. He's a Browns fan. I'm a Niners fan, hence the faithful and the dogs, like dog pound. Mike, how are you doing? It's a victory Thursday for you, victory Thursday for me.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing all right, Getting closer to that, getting this holiday over with because I'm ready for that to be done. I'm sick and tired of it all.
I hear you 100%. See here, I'm just finishing up my retweeting of stuff. Yeah, speaking of holidays, we got Christmas Eve or Christmas Day on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be flying on that day. I don't know if we'll be able to do next week. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then the following Thursday, I'm flying again on the 4th, flying home. So I definitely won't be doing any shows that day, but maybe we could do a different day that week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or we could just take a little break from shows for the holidays and come back in the playoffs. Niners are definitely in. I think the Browns are pretty much for sure going to make it too, despite what Chardal was saying.
You can say whatever he wants. He was saying the Bears are going to win. They didn't win. So
They sure didn't win.
I mean, that was some crazy stuff happening there. But
Tell us a little bit about it. I missed the game, so tell us a little bit about it.
The Browns look kind of horrible. I mean, Flacco had 3 interceptions. But thing is he came out in the fourth quarter chucking that ball down the field, 212 yards, a couple touchdowns, brought him back, and then that Hail Mary. I mean, if Maloney would have caught that ball, I mean, of course, it was bouncing the Bears' way, but it was one of those ones that came the Browns' way. Usually they don't do that. And that's the tale of this year. It's actually going the Browns' way when we get some of these calls. But yeah, Browns. It was good. It was good stuff.
Chardal got here early. He was busy in the chat before we even got here.
They were definitely in there.
I got Jimmy Perez in the house too. What's up, Jimmy? Welcome. So you were chatting with them. Red Jet Shell in the house. What's up, Red Jet? For those who are wondering, rocking the Purdy jersey. Nancy Cameron sent it to me, and I was debating whether to wear it before the Ravens game or after. I was like, hell, it's a gift. I'm just going to start wearing it. So Mr. Steve Young is on retirement, at least for now. We'll see how Purdy does. I'm not saying I'm not gonna probably switch it every other week or whatever, but I'm not saying it's Steve Young's on mothballs for good. We'll see. We'll see how Purdy's got to earn it, but he's been doing great. And
he is doing good. He is doing good.
I was thinking about getting a jersey, and Nancy beat me to the punch. So thank you to Nancy Cameron. Brian Copenhouse says smash the like button, everyone. Give me a like, give Mike a like on the Man Cave YouTube channel. If you're watching, open up a tab for me, open up a tab for Mike, and then that way we can get more view hours. Really helps us. I'm doing the same right now, and just make sure it's on mute so that way you don't get confused with all the echoes and stuff. Mike, your Man Cave, and what's the number at the end of it?
8172.
I swear I'll remember it one of these days. 8172. So Terrell Owens, room temperature. There we go. I still didn't come up. Maybe I didn't do it all one word. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Faithful Dogs. All right. Got it up. Give you a like too. There you go. Why not? Who else we got? I got Red Jet here saying, "What's up, Mike? What to do?"
What up, Red Jet?
Said Faithful Dogs in his house. Indeed, we are. Bryant saying, "Let's go." That's probably about when we were still backstage. Jet saying the Jet returns to Levi's. Oh, nice. She's a good luck charm, so I think we're sure to win now. I love it. Smash the like button, like, subscribe, comment on both channels. Thank you. Bryant says, I told you about Joe Flacco. Oh, Flacco is elite. I guess Clock Brock.
Al Flacco is definitely, I mean, he's doing his thing. I give it to him. 38 coming off the couch and throwing for 300 yards and almost every game so far, a couple touchdowns. I mean, granted, picks, but God.
Not the elite police, Red Jet says. Well, I've got Brock ranked between 2 and 5 now. So I think 2 and 3 are elite, 4 and 5 are not. So he's half in, half out. A win on Monday will go a long way. Just like a win on Monday will go a long way towards Purdy becoming the MVP. I think if the Ravens win, I think it's more likely to go to Lamar, honestly.
Listen, I swear to God, we're going to have this conversation about this MVP thing. I'm about done with it. I am so sick of hearing everybody talk about quarterbacks being this MVP.
Yeah, it should be CMC or Tyreek Hill, really, if we're being honest.
No, it's straight CMC. If Tyreek Hill gets 2,000, okay. Right now it's CMC. I mean, there's no they're talking most valuable player. Again, CMC to me is the most valuable player on your team right now. He does everything for that team. It's 300 yards, more right.
Yeah.
He's just balling the hell out. And Lamar, God, dude. No.
Just Lamar just has so few weapons is why. Danielle says, oh my God, Ted, I love you. That's from the jersey, I'm sure.
Hey, you know what? And I said this the other day. I know you were battling with Bobby G about his top 10.
Yeah.
Me and him talked about it last night when we did our AFC North show. And by the way, I had you guys in my number one. What's going on, Danielle? But no, listen, I don't believe in Lamar. None of that. I don't. To me, it's CMC. I'm gonna give it to Purdy. But my problem with the whole thing with Purdy is again, he has 500,000 weapons. But
yeah,
I don't care about Lamar. And, oh, he's doing it without weapons. What the hell is that? All right, that's it. Give it to Flacco. Give it to Flacco. He wins out, makes the playoffs. We become the number 1 seed in the AFC. Then Flacco deserves it. Give it to him. I'm not going to do this.
Well, some people would just say it's the Browns defense. I've been arguing with a lot of Browns fans on the timeline about whether the Browns D is historic. And I think it's the Browns, Ravens, and Niners with the best defenses this year. But I don't think any of them are historic, if you ask me. But
no. And I'm going to be the realist here. I'll be the realist Browns fan, the one that's a student of the game and the team. This is not historic. Now, if they would have stayed healthy this whole year, went on some crazy-ass thing, yes. But not historic by any means. Is it historic what they're doing with grabbing people in the parking lot and bringing them in and saying, play the game, and they're doing good? That might be historic, but not the overall of it all. I mean,
not with the LOB, the 85 Bears,
all of that shit.
2002 Bucks, the 2000 Ravens, 89 Niners. I mean, there's
that. I don't
84 Niners
with any of that. Maybe if we stayed healthy and we went on some crazy thing, yes, but no. Right now, hell no. We literally have 4th string dudes in there. This is not. I mean, granted, they're doing good. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're playing their position, doing well. Just like our offensive line. We literally have one starter on that line right now. The rest of them came off the street. And I can't believe that's working right now. But something's going the Browns' way, and I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to try to guess it. Maybe the football guy said it's time, but
there you go. We need a little of that at defensive tackle here in San Francisco. Carcast says, Cal Hamilton knows his football more than Cam Newton. There you go. And then I saw one 49ers creator clipped out, what's his bucket? They're a really good cornerback. And like where he's saying he didn't respect any of the Marlon Humphrey, where he's saying he didn't respect any of the 49ers. But then he's like, no, I'm joking. And of course, the creator didn't include that part. So everybody's getting all irate that he's saying that he didn't respect any 49ers. And it's just bullshit. It was just clickbait, clickety click, clackety clack.
Them Ravens dudes, they said that same thing before they played the Browns the first game. They straight said, "Oh, we're gonna beat them down in front of their wives and kids," and they ended up beating us with our rookie quarterback who never played an NFL game. And then the second game, we beat them, and we kind of just said, "Hey, were your wives and kids there?" I mean, it just this stuff's retarded. But I don't know why the Ravens want to get in because I'm telling you right now, I truly believe you're at home, and I think you guys smack them a little bit, and they start coming down because again, you said it earlier, Lamar's doing it without anybody. How the hell
Yeah.
is he supposed to do it without anybody against that defense with all the weapons you got on offense? I can't see it. I argued with Bobby G about this. I can't see it. He sees it. I don't.
I don't think we'll smack them because
It'll be close, but I think you guys get them. You get the win.
especially if Armstead and Hargrave don't play. That's a big key for us. Looks like Lenore will, so that's huge. But we're real thin at DT, so I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Carcass was saying so. Njoku is still balling out! Exclamation point! I guess he is.
He's definitely doing his thing. Joku is doing his thing. That's crazy.
Red Jet says you're the MVP.
Oh, hey, much appreciated, Red Jet. I love you for that.
There you go. Danielle Thompson, hey there, girl. Was just saying hi. We're doing better now that you're here, Carcast, and make sure you check out his channel. And y'all, family's doing good. Hope yours is good. Yeah, I hope everybody's families are doing well in the holiday season.
Yes,
Brock Purdy is knocking on the door of a pair of franchise passing records that he may not even need the 17th game to break. Yeah, passing yards and probably passing TDs, I would imagine. Pretty incredible. Keep going, Brock. Keep going. Randy must feel like in this. Randy, I wore this for you.
He is definitely doing his thing. And I give it to Brock. I mean, you got to give it to, again, we just talked CMC. He's about to break the touchdown record. I mean, who had LaDavid Tomlinson had this touchdown record? I mean,
yeah.
See, that's what gets me. I don't know. That's it.
I know. We should have co-MVPs, Purdy and CMC. Tommy Huxley says System Ted. Definitely. The audience and guests elevate me big time. Not the other way around. And I never called Purdy a system quarterback. I always felt like he was pretty good at like those mid-range passes, the 10 to 19-yard passes, before he got good at the deep passes. But now that he's good at all those, it's getting harder not to use the E word.
I hate that system quarterback crap. I really do. Because if anybody really knows who Brock Purdy is and actually watched him play, and I'm not talking about just with you guys, I'm talking about watching him at Iowa State. The man has an IQ that's ridiculous. He balled the hell out there. Like, he led that team and commanded that team. That's not a system quarterback. The dude knows what he's doing, and he did it with way less there. He might have had Breece Hall with him there, but still, he killed it there. And everybody's that system quarterback shit now. That's more or less. Look at what Cincinnati's doing. Is that what we're going to say Joe Burrow is now?
Either that or Jake Browning's just another young phenom like Brock Purdy, maybe. I don't know. Hard to say.
Jake Browning's been in the league for years, though. Just never got a shot because the Vikings cut him. I don't know. I just can't. I can't get with everybody saying the system quarterback thing because I'm not going to call Joe Burrow that.
No, but I did always say that Burrow had a lot better weapons than Josh Allen. That's why I had Josh Allen at 2 and Burrow at 3.
That dude has all the weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's punish the quarterbacks that got weapons. You know what? Those guys don't get their touchdowns are only 4 points. You can't do that. That's what I hate about guys. It's system shit. They got that, but they still got to get the ball to those guys. I get Trent Dilfer did what he did, but that was the defense did that. That wasn't a system quarterback. That was just a guy checking down every damn play because his defense could get him field position on the 20 going into the red zone already.
No, I get it. It's, I mean, I'm not talking about giving them less points, but I just, in my evaluation.
That was just some bullshit.
Tommy, Ted and that visor like Kool-Aid and sugar. I haven't worn this visor in a minute. I wear this visor a lot when I am out and about. And so I don't wear it a lot on shows. Also, it was like one of my early visors. I had this white one with like the red stitching. and that I wore that one forever at the beginning of the show, so I try not to wear it too much. And then I wore this one a lot as the second visor I got. And now that I have a ton of visors, I try not to use those early visors as much to kind of let the rookies get a little more playing time. But, appreciate that. There was Randy said that Grant bowed to Brock's flock yesterday. So this is kind of big. Grant Cohn is obviously a big Niners YouTuber. I write my articles for SI. I give them to him, and he proofs them before they get published. And so he's a pretty big
for what?
For Sports Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
damn,
did
man.
preview articles almost every week. I didn't get one in before the Seahawks game because it was a short week there with Thanksgiving on Thursday, and I had a couple of events that week that I wasn't expecting. You know, my wife, she plans and puts them on this calendar.
I
I never
gotta give
looked.
you a clap for this, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what you're writing articles for SI like that.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I said before the Seahawks game that I thought we were due for a letdown. Not like a loss, but like with the Browns, a letdown. And I predicted we would beat the Browns, and I think we would have if we had been healthy. But I didn't think we were going to smoke you guys like we smoked the Cowboys the week before. I didn't think we'd smoke the Seahawks like we had smoked the Eagles the week before, because you can't be as up as we were for the Cowboys and Eagles game and still be that up the next week. It's just not the way human emotions work. But Grant, has been a big time like Purdy hater, supposedly. So have I. When really is more like, just some healthy skepticism, like, hey, I'm not sold. He may not be the second coming of Jesus Christ. But, more and
You're
more.
doing what I do. You're holding out because you don't want to say it, and then something bad happens.
Right.
Just like me, I will not wear no Browns gear on any show I do until it's time to actually wear the gear. I will not do. You won't see me wear the jerseys or any of that. I won't do it because I feel like if I do, something bad's gonna happen.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if we lose the Ravens, people are gonna be mad at me for wearing Purdy, but it's like, hey, I didn't go out and buy it. It was bought for me. I'm not gonna just and I got it, and I was like, oh, it's under the tree because it came wrapped as a Christmas present. And she's like, no, open it now. I'm like, all right. So I opened it, and like, shit, I gotta wear it. So there it goes. We'll see. Curse be damned. We'll see. Jets excited for the game. Oh, I scooted back up. MVP is really between Ted and Mike because he's rocking number 13. Good God. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be excited about this because of me being more of a Trey Lance guy during the offseason. And people keep trying to bring up Trey Lance on my timeline. And I told people a while back, like, I stopped rooting for him when he became a Cowboy. Every time I say something nice, there's at least one person who's got to chime in. Trey Lance. And I'm just blocking them. I'm just like mercilessly blocking people now. So be forewarned.
Well, why are they bringing this dude's name up when he I get it. If he was starting for the Cowboys right now and doing something cool, say his name. You don't even see
I think
the guy
that's why, because they're like, you thought he was good and now he's not starting for them. Like, it's like, it's a way to call me out on not knowing ball. But ultimately it's like, ultimately he's TBD, and we never got to see him with CMC. And anyway, I don't want to bring him up anymore than
start tagging me in these little posts they do. I'll go in there and rip them to shreds.
No, I'm just blocking them. I'm not even responding to them.
Tag me
I had to
before
comment and block.
Tag me and block them. That way I can still do it after you block them.
All right, there you go. Have at it. We have to use the Ravens' aggressive speed against them, especially with Roquan, Queen, Stone, Marcus Williams. Motion is key. Running between tackles to limit that D line. I saw someone was saying that the Ravens are the best team against defense against motion, though. So I don't know that motion. I mean, and that's what Kyle loves, motion. So of course we'll try it, but I don't know how effective it'll be.
Yeah.
Casey Lehman in the house.
See, I argued this with Bobby G too. Who the hell have they really played? I mean, they played us, but we weren't. We were beat up, so I can't really say that. I mean, who have they really beat? Besides inside of our own division. I mean, I can't. They beat the Lions. That was the one I gave them. All right, cool. You got the Lions. All right. Now where are we at here? This is where their schedule got tough. They beat up on the Jags. Now they got you. Then they got Miami. That's when you say whether the Ravens are what they are.
Interesting. So you're not as big a believer. I'm definitely a little spooked.
I think they're number one in the AFC right now, but all right, say for some reason, I think it's going to be a close game. But say you guys obliterate these dudes, I think that screws up that whole team's mentality. Then you got the track meet the following week. I don't know, man. You go against track stars the following week after going against the bruisers the week before. You're not going to be running too fast after being beat the hell up. So now if they lose both those games, their last game is against a Pittsburgh team who still may be fighting for Tomlin's winning record and has no reason to do anything, but they still might try to win games. And if they win that game, looks like the Browns may take the division and may jump up to number one in the AFC. This whole thing can crash on them if they just sit here and keep running their mouth like Humphrey was doing. Why? Why run your mouth right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was taken out of context. So
I bet it was.
And people, he said he was joking, and which of course, I mean, when I saw it and I saw the cut version, I was like, how can he not respect the 49ers when they have like one playoff win under Lamar, and we've been to the Super Bowl and NFC Championship twice? Like, how could you not respect that? I mean, from an accomplishment perspective.
And that is something else I don't understand either. Like, when you guys actually do something as a whole unit, great. Then you can start flapping your yap and talking all this shit. But when Lamar and you guys haven't done anything, I mean, because you guys go as Lamar does. I don't care about that defense. That defense ain't carrying anybody else. Huntley is not going in there and they're going to win games. It's not happening. It has to be Lamar because he's the only one making throws like he's been doing. But again, if he gets hurt or tries to do too much, they're going to lose the game. I mean, Deshaun went 14 for 14, 130 yards, a touchdown, and 20 rushing yards and beat them. Our defense, who was beat up, shut them down in the second half, shut Lamar completely down, and we won that game. So they need to start realizing really what's going on because now, again, they're facing good teams. The Dolphins. They're going to face a Pittsburgh team that if they have the opportunity to get that winning record intact for Tomlin, then they're not going to be giving that up. TJ Watt's going to be trying to kill somebody out there.
Is Kenny Pickett coming back anytime soon? Because Trash Bisky ain't beating anyone. I know that.
No, they gave the job away. Trash Bisky's gone. They're bringing in good old Mason. I got smacked in the head with a helmet, Rudolph, and they're going to see what he does.
Not Duck Hodges.
He's gone. He's off the team.
I know. I'm joking.
I mean, I'd rather have him than all them guys.
Seriously, at least he has a cool name.
Kenny, I throw pickets. I mean, come on, man, that dude.
I throw pickets. Randy says, "Where do you get the visors, Ted? Florida?" Online, I just see where they're going. Sometimes they're from like main outlets. Sometimes I've got a few from eBay. I had one sent to me by Lee Gallen, the president of 49ers Faithful UK. He sent me the link for the 49ers saloon font one, the red one. But wherever they were really hard to find last year. This year they're sort of flowing a little more freely. So, but if you see any cool Niners visors, especially if you see one that's like a tan visor, I don't have any tan visors. I got black, I got white, I got red.
Like the goldish one?
Yeah, like the gold. Yeah, there was one. I saw one, but it was sold out. So yeah, they're talking about being high and starting to like music, starting to like the Dead.
I'll see what my dudes got. My dudes get all sorts of shit.
Not enough pot in the world to make me like fish. Fish is trash. Fish is all right.
Jesus.
But they're not great. I remember I went to see a show at the Warfield with my buddies, and I think they have the song. Don't they have that song like "The tires are the things on the car that make contact with the road"? Anyway,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's cheesy.
It's definitely hard to listen to, right?
And definitely, there was some pot enjoyed before and during the show, and they like gave out Kraft mac and cheese boxes to everybody to use as like maracas during the show.
I mean, that's cool. That's
like
cool. I can get that.
But my buddy was so blazed that he like broke into it and started pulling out the raw macaroni and dipping it into the cheese powder.
Oh man, he was definitely gone.
He was,
Blown for real.
I was like, serious. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. I won't say who it is, but he's a Bills fan. Now he lives in Buffalo. And
Well, yeah, all that Bills Mafia people, they're nuts.
it's crazy. Raw mac and cheese. I was like, man,
Jumping through frozen tables, even
starving like Marvin. When Brock Slock speaks, people listen. Like E.F. Hutton. B.F. Hutton. Brock Slock, B.F. Hutton. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty proud of myself for that one. You got to be old to get that reference. None of the youngsters are going to get the E.F. Hutton reference. Fish, Red Jet, very healthy criticism. Randy, let's see here. I'm the same way. I don't wear jerseys. I have, LOL. Don't wear the jerseys I have. I used to wear them a lot to the games, and then now that I wear them for shows all the time, I wear other Niner stuff to games, like a polo, or I have a long sleeve, just like an SF logo shirt that I wear.
What's crazy is after the Browns win the game, if I go out somewhere, I'll wear the jersey then.
Oh, sure. What's it safe?
But no, I mean, if I do go out, like if I'm out during a game, I'll have it usually on. But I try not to do anything before a game or any of that with a jersey.
You don't want to jinx it.
My Browns hats, but that's it.
No, you don't want to jinx it. That's fair. Niner Game Podcast. This is Dion in the house. What's up, Dion? I believe CMC should have been MVP, period. That man will over
2,000%.
Yeah. I've been saying all year CMC MVP. I've been saying he's the V12 that makes Kyle's system roar. He's incredible. But, Purdy's doing some pretty amazing stuff, though. Now that Purdy's hitting the deep shots, it's just hard to argue against. He's catching up in my mind. It's becoming like, I think that's what I named the show, right? Did CMC or Brock for MVP?
Yeah. Well, look, I look at it like this. They're going to give it to a quarterback because for some odd reason, we don't know how to give it to nobody else.
MVQ award.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking to Wild Card Marv about. He said that. I said, man, that's crazy. They need to just make the quarterback automatically get the Offensive Player of the Year award, and then the MVP be actually anybody, not just quarterbacks. But yeah, CMC, they're going to give it to quarterback. I want Purdy to get it. I think he deserves it. If they're going to give it to a quarterback, that's the only quarterback I really could say, hey, he's doing some crazy shit. Like he's doing it. To me, he's separated himself a little bit, but to me, it's CMC. He's got almost 1,300 yards now. You got 3 games left. He's going to get 100, if not more, every game unless he doesn't play the last one. So he's going to be around 1,500 plus his receiving yards, which I don't know the exact number on, but he's got to be close to 700, 800. He's going to be close to that at least.
Yeah. Knock on wood. If everything continues, no doubt about it. Randy says Lamar has been a liability, really.
And again, he has.
Snowman Multimedia in the house. He's another Niners content creator. We tried earlier this season to sync up our schedules to stream together. We failed. Maybe we'll have to redouble our efforts there, Snowman, and see if we can make that work. He says both, question answer. So yeah, co-MVPs. That's what a lot of people are saying, but that won't happen, unfortunately. Well, Sam Doo-Doo Darnold is terrible. No argument here, Tommy. I hate Sam Darnold.
He's a dumpster fire in himself.
Yeah. He came in for a minute against the Cards, and he did not look good. And I was freaking out. I was like, there goes our season.
I'm glad I didn't bet that game, that 13.5. Ooh, they just covered that.
Yeah. I didn't think we'd cover for sure. Sam couldn't make it look good. No, he could not. Who are you guys' favorite player on offense and defense for the 49ers and Browns? Well, I mean, CMC on offense and on defense, that's a lot tougher. And a lot of times I would say Bosa, but I think Fred's had a better year, so I'll say Fred right now.
All right. I'm not going to go with who everybody's going to say with Myles Garrett on defense because, I mean,
too easy.
Yeah, that's the dog. I'm actually going to go Joke.
I was going to say Jeremiah.
Yeah, I think he's God, dude. Dude is quick as shit and in that backfield like lightning, and he can cover. And offensively, I mean, right now, I mean, I like Njoku, but I would rather pick Flacco, but he just hasn't been there all year. But Flacco, and everybody's asking, is he elite? Do you believe in him? I see it over in the comments. Yes, I believe in Joe Flacco. I get he's had interceptions. He's known to have 1 or 2 interceptions a game, but he still wins the game just like he did. He had 3, still in that second half, that fourth quarter, made the game work and won the game. It's all that matters. It's the end result.
There you go. Randy says if Ted likes even one fish song, you know he gets toasty. Now, I used to, but I not anymore. I'm boring now. Herbivores never starve because their food never ran.
I mean, that's the truth. It's always staying in one place.
That's right. Until they ate it all, but then they'd starve. So then you need predators to call the herd to keep them in reasonable numbers. Gotta have those wolves, baby. People just saying hi. Double culp. Yeah, we got double culp action. CMC and Trent Williams are cheat codes.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Trent's that dog.
You believe in Jeff Flacco. There you go. I believe Flacco. He's elite. Bryant is.
I mean, the fact that he got off the couch and came in and started doing what he's doing, that's, again, 38 years old, system, it's nuts.
We know Randy loves him because he went to Delaware.
U of D.
U of D. Pause. Heard it's hard to make. Sorry. Hard to make the team at U of D. Had to do it. All right. Ward on both defense at the cornerback. Ward was great last week. He had a pick and a pick 6 against the Cards. That was incredible. Kind of reminded me of 2021 in LA, if I'm not mistaken. Jimmy Ward had a pick and a pick 6 against Matt Stafford. It's a pretty incredible day for him, and really the difference in the game because the Rams were pretty good in that game. Other than that, other than the 2 massive picks, Sam went 2 for 3. Didn't look that good. What didn't look good? Bryant. He was not good when he just was not good. I'm just going to tell you. It was scary, and I'm just glad that
it's over with.
Yeah. And if you're hitting dump offs, I don't really count those. So don't jinx us. Niners, next man up will prevail. Been pretty good. I mean, Jair Brown has been really good filling in for Hufanga. John Feliciano has been better than Burford. I said it a while back that I thought he was at least equal. He was the highest rated offensive player last week, not offensive lineman. The highest rated offensive player last week. John Feliciano, right guard. So, I mean, I'm not saying we should necessarily give the job to him, but I don't think we should give it completely back to Burford. I'd love to see a platoon action, and maybe in the playoffs, just all Feliciano. I don't know. We'll see. Brett says, I believe. Randy says, pause on the U of D. Joke. Game day fittings are always hitting pause.
He's wearing some crazy stuff. He's always got like some toga on, some African stuff on. It's crazy.
There you go. Fits, not fittings. Ghostbusters number on speed dial. There you go. So Texans this weekend for you guys.
Yes.
CJ Stroud should be back, right?
Nope.
Still not back.
Nah, he's still in the protocol, and they're saying Case Keenum.
Is this going to be like a what was the tight end's name? Who like he had PTSD and he's like out for the season now? The old the redhead tight end.
Hurst.
Yeah, Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst. Yeah, he got smacked.
He was the Bengal. That's who he was just playing for, right? The Bengals when it happened.
No, he was playing for Carolina when it happened.
Carolina, that's right. All right.
But yeah, he got smacked.
And now he's got PTSD, and he's like not coming back this season. He said,
"Yeah, he's
not getting a great at Carolina. Like, what's there to come back for anyway, right?"
Yeah, there's no reason to come back. I would have sat and chilled, but I don't think Stroud's like that. I think it's just more or less, I don't know what It is just be careful.
But
He's
this
a
is like
rookie.
the third
Hey,
week, right?
nah, the
Fourth?
second. He got hurt. He was out this past week, and this will be the second week. He's sat out and hasn't played.
You sure? I think it's
He got
not.
hurt in the game that uh, the first week. He got hurt in that,
Okay.
and yeah,
All right. All right. Maybe I'm thinking of Tank Dell went out 4 weeks
he went out in
ago.
that same game.
Same man. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, it was funny. The
So
whole damn Texans team got hurt in that game.
what's your prediction for the game?
I think we beat him up. I mean, you got Case Keenum. I get he's an ex Browns quarterback, which is funny as hell. I think we get him.
Ex Vikings too, right? He was
Titans,
part of the
Vikings, yeah,
before they got Kirk Cousins. It was Case
yeah.
Keenum, right?
I really think our defense gets to work. I think Garrett's gonna have a hell of a day. I think Ward and Emerson do their thing, but what I really want to see is Flacco. I think Flacco tosses this ball everywhere, and our run game gets back on track. And I like us to win by 10. I think it'll be a 10-point win.
There you go. Jason, Captain Niner Massey in the house saying hello for Faithful. Hello, Faithful and Samoan. Welcome, Jason. Thanks for joining. Browns by 10. You heard it here first. Niners are favored by 5.5 against the Ravens. I think that's too much.
I think it'll be 3. I think it'll be like
I'm saying like 28-27 Niners or something. I don't know.
it's hard to say the 1 point thing because you're looking at different aspects of it. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm not going to say that Moody's going to win it on a field goal, so it's got to be a TD.
no, it doesn't have to really be like that. You guys get to me, it's gonna be 24-21. That'll be my score for you guys.
And
But you guys
technically,
could be down 21-17 and then score that touchdown at 24-21.
yeah, and technically, Moody was perfect till Cleveland, and then he missed one in Minnesota, and then he hasn't missed anything since. But I will say, as I said earlier, seems like there were a few times we were within his range, like the edge of his range, that 60-plus yard range, and we just punted the ball instead of attempting a field goal, because I think the calculus wasn't there as far as like the risk versus reward, the risk of hurting his confidence of missing a missable kick.
Yeah, right there.
People won't understand it. Like people are saying, no, he just missed a kick. It doesn't matter.
No,
okay.
that right there is exactly why they're not doing it. That confidence thing, it's a mental thing, is why they're not doing it.
Yeah, they're just trying to, I think, prop him up. So I still don't have ultimate faith in him, but I will say he's been perfect since the Vikings game. Some that could have looked better, but like they said, like I say, there's no pictures on the box score or anything like that. So
you don't want to the playoffs with all that stuff in his head.
Yeah. So Bengals Steelers, I like Bengals. So does Vegas, 2.5 points.
Oh, this is tough. It's in Heinz Field or whatever, Maxi Pad, whatever the hell the name of this game. Yeah, whatever the hell the name of this damn stadium is anymore. It's there, and the Steelers again are fighting for Tomlin's winning record now. I mean, and if you watch Tomlin's pressers now, his eyes are wide open. He looks different. He looks flustered. He's like in a different thing. He's never been in this position in how many years? So I think he's a little screwed. But I like the Bengals too. I know the Steelers and how this division is. Anything can happen. But yeah, I like the Bengals too.
So Bryant, I love this. Bryant only missed 3 times. Randy, 2 in 1 game.
Yeah, I mean, just being real, keeping it real.
Chat is lively, and the whole team was struggling. Yeah, the whole team was struggling in Cleveland. Absolutely. It's that historic defense. It's got to be it.
It's PJ Walker. What do you mean?
PJ Walker, yeah. So Saints Rams. That actually looks. That's tonight. That's coming up here this evening. That looks like a decent game to me. Although I think the Rams are better right now.
Yes, I think the Rams win, and
so does Vegas. 4 points.
I think they get in the playoffs, and I think they're sneaky. They're sneaky good.
There we go. We got Bills Chargers. Just by how much? So how much? Vegas says 12.5. That's a lot.
I think they get it because I mean, Herbert's not playing. Keenan Allen's not playing again. So it's the baseball bat and whoever the hell else out there, because Easton Stick.
Oh, no, wait a second. The last time you said this, though, you said something similar about Raiders Chargers, and it was like
I
suck
said the Raiders
versus
are going to win.
suck, but I'll take the suck at home over the suck.
Yes.
And it was true, but man, the Raiders freaking smoked them. It was like
Well,
49-0 at the half. I mean, you didn't expect that. I know I didn't. I
no,
mean,
but I think
nobody did. Nobody expects
maybe the players are
63
like, hold
points.
up, we're going to give this one up, because then they're going to finally do what they should have did, and they did it right after that game.
Yeah.
Staley,
Yeah.
they didn't even let him. Oh, you're
Oh,
out.
yeah. He
GM,
said, like, I don't deserve to be fired. Like, you're fired.
oh, yeah, he's trash. He should have been fired last year.
Oh, yeah. No, he should have been. Absolutely. I never was a huge fan. I mean, he's a good DC, but he's clearly doesn't
That's
know
it.
jack
He
about
can count on
offense.
one thing, then do that one thing.
Yeah. Colts, Falcons.
I like the Colts. The Falcons are changing their quarterback yet again, back to Heineke. I'm going to go with the Colts and Mustache Mania.
Mustache Mitchell. He's the best backup quarterback in the NFL,
But he's
and that's better than Desmond Ritter, who shouldn't even be a backup, let alone a starter.
Hey, look, them Falcons better draft Michael Penix Jr. That's what they better do. He fits exactly what they want to do and what they need to do. I think that'll be good for him.
Just gotta keep him upright.
Yeah, they need to get an offensive line, and I do that in the offseason, because there's gonna be a lot of them out there. And
there's gonna be a lot of Penix jokes. Sponsored by Viagra, Blue Chew.
JC Alice.
Seahawks Titans.
God, that's a weird game. Where's that game being played at?
Don't know. I'll find out.
It's got to be who's the bottom team?
Nissan Stadium, Nashville, Tennessee.
And they're saying Geno Smith's fully practiced and everything. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. They got that win over the Eagles. I think they're gonna be all right.
I think I would tend to agree. -3. I rooted for them over the Eagles, but I will definitely be rooting for the Titans this week. Hopefully never have to root for the Seahawks again. Although, here's the thing, like, they've been my most hated team for quite some time now, but all of a sudden we're 5-0 in the last 5 against them. Can they be my most hated team anymore? Like, no. Cowboys were right there. I think Cowboys are up there again. Eagles. I don't know. I don't even know who else to be my most hated team. The Chiefs were kind of up there, but I think the Eagles have passed them.
Listen, let me tell you a quick story about this Cowboy shit, right? So, they got they got beat down by the Bills, right?
They did. No TDs scored.
So I make a TikTok, kind of dogging the whole situation. Cowboys fans, chill the hell out, blah, blah, blah. But before I did that, I did a blind ranking on there. And whatever team pops up, I just put them. I have 10 spots. I just put them in there, even if it makes it to where some crazy team's number 1. I had the Cowboys at 3 when I got them. My last team came, and it was my number 1 spot left, and it was you guys. So obviously you guys were going there regardless of the fact. 1, this dude's on there, big Cowboy fan on there. Oh, Cowboys should have been 1. That game against the Niners was fluke. If we played them now, we whooped that ass, blah, 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 right? That Cowboys-Bills games is going on. Bills are whooping on them. I go back to the video to go in there and say something. The dude had deleted every comment, had unliked it, had unfollowed me, everything. So then I went on and did a video about how the Cowboys need to just shut the hell up and stop being all this shit and dogging the hell out of all the fans and everybody.
Nice. Get them. Yeah, I definitely hate the Cowboys from the 90s. Lately, though, we kind of own them too, though. We knocked them out of the playoffs twice, and then we crushed them this year. So we're 3-0 in the last 3 against them. It's got to be the Eagles, I guess, just because they beat us in the NFC Championship game, and they denied how important losing Brock Purdy was.
They're more relevant right now to you.
And I'm not saying we would have beat them like we beat them this year, because they were better last year, and we weren't as good, I don't think, without Chase Young and stuff. But, I said it 50-50. I said, I think if Purdy stayed healthy, as a coin flip that game, whoever had the ball last or whoever made a big defensive stop probably wins that game. I'll stand with that. I'm starting to think probably we might have beat him with Purdy, but I don't think it would have been like 42-19 or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, we won't see.
It's not that I hate the Cowboys. The fans get ridiculous. The minute they win a game, they're like, "Oh, we're the best thing ever in the world." Then they get their whole ass whipped and embarrassed, and they're like, no one says anything. They all shut the hell up. It's like stay that way until you actually beat somebody worth beating, and continue to beat somebody worth beating. Not like if they would have beat the Bills, cool. Now you can continue to talk a
Yeah,
little.
because you got the Eagles, you got the Bills.
Yeah, I can continue to talk a little.
They almost had the
Miami.
Seahawks, but the Seahawks were 6-5 when they beat them. But then after they beat them, they're 6-6, so they're no longer a winning team. It's kind of rough on the Cowboys. Randy says, "I hope the Rams lose." Like Florio said, get the Rams the F out of the playoffs. Yeah, I definitely don't want to run into the Rams in the playoffs.
You don't. McVay and Stafford in the playoffs.
Puka and Cup and Kyron Williams, they have a three-headed monster there for Stafford. And Stafford, I mean, I'm not going to say he's elite, but he is real damn close if he's not. So,
I look at it like this, man. That team knows how to draft. I mean, they got some mid-round picks in the 5th round. Puka and Williams. Those are two amazing grabs. I mean, and they're doing the damn thing.
I'm not afraid of the Seahawks anymore, Randy.
Nah.
Lambs are sneaky team this season. Yeah, they're.
Yep, sneaky good.
I didn't think they'd be better than the Seahawks, but I'm more afraid of the Rams now than I am of the Seahawks, honestly. So what else we got? We got Lions, Vikings, an NFC North showdown.
This should be a Lions W, but this could be a game where they just let the other team win for some stupid reason.
There you go. Skip Bayless in the house. What's up, Skip? Don't chuck your Dak jersey in the garbage. My Cowboys will beat the Rams pretty easily. Well, you don't play the Rams this week, Skip.
You play the Dolphins.
Maybe him. Yeah, it's the Dolphins.
I think he's talking about in the playoffs, but still.
Is that who they're paired up against right now? Well, the Rams aren't even in the playoffs. So, yeah, that's interesting. But I guess if they were the 7th seed, they still wouldn't play each other. They would play the higher seeds directly, and they wouldn't play
the number 2 seed.
I think they won through.
The Cowboys going to be the 2 seed.
Team Cali says Malalava Uso. You have to tell us what that means.
What's going on, cousin, or something? Or
Fatso is balling for the Rams. Fatso? I don't know. Drew Lock may be our new dad. Okay, you know what? Drew Lock is playing. He was playing pretty well. He played pretty well versus us. I was surprised. I don't know about our though. That might be a little bit dramatic, Randy. Brian, toss and skip around.
Look at this.
I don't. Neither team can beat a winning team. It's like the someone's got to win bowl.
So someone's got to beat a winning team, and here it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Diamond Mountain View. Puka equals Fatso. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Puka Nakua. So what else we got? We got they kind of jumped ahead. So I mean, let's talk about that one. Cowboys, Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 1 point. So
it's in Dallas or no?
I would assume so. Hard Rock Stadium. No,
it's in Miami.
Miami.
Listen, it's going to be a track meet. These boys, and Hill's going to play. He's practicing, so he's going to be back. That defense is stepping up more and more, and we know what Dak does. He likes to throw the ball to the other team. I don't know.
Dak's not good outside Jerry's world. I'm picking the Dolphins because also we own the Cowboys, and Mike McDaniel is off our coaching tree, so I'm going to give him that ownage as well too. I'm going to assume that he's going to do a Kyle on fat ass from Dallas, Mike. What's his name?
McCarthy.
McCarthy. Thank you. I'm going to assume that Mike McDaniel is going to own Mike McCarthy. It's the battle of the Mike Mix.
I think the Dolphins win. I do. I think they get the win too.
And Mick D owns Mick C. That's what I'm going to say. So. Pause. So we skipped a few games though. We got Jags Bucks. We got a Florida Bowl going on.
Ooh, listen,
Bucks,
this game
Bucks
means a
favored
lot.
by 2.
Oh, this game means a lot to both teams.
Yeah,
Jags are barely hanging on.
7-7. Yeah,
Jags are barely hanging on, and the Bucks are barely hanging on too. So, you know what? I'm going to go with Baker.
Baker.
I'm going to take Baker.
You good?
You know what's crazy? That dude's got 24 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. He's got a 93% passer rating. Baker's doing the thing, and no, he's sneaky doing it. Like nobody's looking at him like that.
I'm gonna go Jags D over Bucks D.
Yeah, the Bucks D sucks.
Jags D over Bucks D.
It does suck.
I can't say Sunshine is gonna light it up. I can't say Baker. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just say Jags just for the hell of it, just to be contrary. Here's a good one. Here is this. I mean, Niners Ravens game of the week, or maybe Cards Bears. I don't know. Like
Jesus. Old Chicago versus New Chicago. Listen, God. I'm gonna go. The Cardinals put up 29 against you guys last week.
They did.
And the only reason why the Bears had 14 points, well, they had 17, but the only reason why 14 of them were up there is one was a pick 6 and the other one was on their end of the field, so they could walk right in the end zone. If those picks don't happen, and they were horrible picks when it happened, I'm gonna go Cardinals. I'm gonna take Kyler Murray.
I'll go with Justin Fields since he was my draft crush. I'm still holding on, baby. Justin Fields. Here we go. And the points, but I want the points too. Oh wait, the Bears are favored by 4. Forget it. I'll take.
Oh, they're giving the. I'm definitely.
Yeah, I'll take Cards and the points. Then. Yeah, if it was straight up, I'd take the Bears. But with the points, I'll take the Cards.
It must be in Shy, and it's going to be cold probably, so that's why they're looking at it.
It is a Soldier Field. You got that right. Yeah. Patsies and Broncos, kind of both resurgent teams. Bailey Zappi against Russ.
As a Browns fan, I want the Patriots to win, but it's not going to happen. Russ has got to win, and to be honest, we're going to cheer for the Chiefs to lose and the Broncos to win, and maybe the Broncos win that division.
There you go. Broncos favored by 7. I'll go with Broncos too. Yeah. Raiders Chiefs.
See? And that's probably
that 63-point Raiders effort against the Chiefs.
No, I would love for them to follow it up like that, but that is not going to happen.
It's an Arrowhead too.
Yeah, that's the problem. And Darlene's been crying a lot about not getting flags or flags. I don't know. I call them the Kansas City refs, but I'm going to go ahead and
you do? Shit, man. Look at Super Bowl 54, man.
Kansas City refs.
Hosed 6 ways from Sunday in that game.
I think everybody got hosed that whole way to the playoffs. Through the playoffs. I mean, Cincinnati got reamed a couple times. I mean, there was flags being thrown after the play's already over.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Again, he's the darling of the NFL or the NFL's baby.
They needed their Brady replacement. Too sweet. Well, because Brady had a bad year that year too, so they sped up the timetable a little bit.
Yeah.
Giants, Eagles. Tommy DeVito.
I don't know if he's going to play. He might have that concussion still. I don't know. So could be Tyrod Taylor.
Damn.
And I think the Eagles bounce back. They got to get a W. It's a must-win for them.
Maybe the Giants beat them at the end of the season then. That'd be nice. Just to send them out on a low note. Oh, look at this. We got the hedgehog in the house. Ron Jeremy. Brown chicken, brown cow. What's up, Ron? Welcome. Clothing optional. You're good. You guys should have just held down Baker. Would have made no difference. Saved you a ton of picks and money.
And I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm definitely not going to do that, but I'm also going to just let this ride out. I mean, if we kept Baker, things might not have played out this way. I don't know. Baker needed to change the scenery, I think, and that's why he's surging over there right
This is terrible.
now.
Guys gonna have a surprise win. It's a game of inches. Ron had a lot of inches, that's for sure. Not Skip cow tricks or frauds. I think Skip left when Ron Jeremy arrived. Call me crazy. I don't know. Or maybe they're both really here. I don't know. What's crazier? FRAUDS. A lot of people are saying that these days. My Ravens guy I had earlier, Matt, was saying he thought they were frauds.
Listen, they're going to get in the playoffs. They're going to get beat. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost in the wild card.
Let Baker cook. Bryant. I would have thought Baker was too good for Bryant to root for. I feel like there's a threshold of skill level where if they're too good, Bryant doesn't like them anymore. He's got to go for the underdog, the black sheep, the ne'er-do-well, special teams. Sam Darnold. I don't put Sam Darnold and Baker in the same category.
Hell no. Sam Darnold was trash in college. He threw like 100 interceptions.
He did. Tommy breaking out the big facts. Niners beat you at Jerry's World.
I mean, they did. He said they don't lose at Jerry's World.
On the way to Lambeau. The Back It Up Binge podcast in the house. Oh, real quick, I should do a quick commercial break. I'm sponsored by TTB. That's the TTG, the Travelstead Group. And they are a retail and a hospitality logistics company. They do transportation and warehousing for brick and mortar. They do FFE, which is fixed furniture and equipment. They do OSE, which is operating supplies and equipment. They do new store openings, rollouts, relocations, decommissions from the first mile to the final mile and everywhere in between. Travelstead has you covered. Let them know how they can help you by air, ocean, or land. They do closed loop solutions for retail and hospitality. Nick at Travelstead is the owner of the company, go-to guy. Also, Henry is great there. They're outstanding. The link is in the description for the show. Click it, watch the video. It's also in my Twitter and X bio, my YouTube About page. It's on Insta. It's on Facebook if you follow me there. Check out the video. Click it. Tell them Ted sent you. Thanks, Mike. Thank you to the audience for letting me pay the bills. It really helps. So what else we got? He's a good. I think he's talking about Baker. Still last sucks on the road. They really do. Bryant saying TTG. Yeah, you know me. My Cowboys are unbeaten at Jerry World this season. That's true. They're not this season?
Where'd you guys beat them?
Here at Levi's.
Was it at Levi's?
It was at Levi's. Yeah. And I think they got like a 14 or 15 game win streak going there. It's pretty crazy. Phallus. I haven't seen that one before. Cow frauds. I've seen the dull ass couch boys. I like that one. Cow frauds. Can't win on the road. Cow tricks. We got them all. Skip's bringing them all out. Tommy sounds like the average Eagles fan. Uh-oh. Well, Skip, one thing that Eagles and Niners can agree on is we all hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, you guys are battling with that one.
Send an APB on Parsons. Oh, he got run over as they ran at him. That's the whole trick. The Cards and now the Bills again have shown the blueprint on how to.
That is the craziest thing. James Cook hasn't done shit all season. Then has 179 rushing yards plus another 40 in the air. Come on now, that defense just showed you.
No doubt about it. It's pretty crazy. Were there other games we finished? So we didn't really say Raiders Chiefs. I'm going to go Raiders and the points. I'll take Raiders and the 10.
That's 10 points. Man, the Raiders are doing good. You know what? I'll go with you on that.
All right. There you go. And we said Eagles. Yeah, I like Eagles. 13.5, though. I'd probably take.
Holy
Well, not
shit.
if it's DeVito's not playing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. That's
Yeah.
rough.
All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it for games. Anything you got going on that you want to promote this week?
This week, no, I got an NBA show that's starting up soon with Let's Talk Sports. I'm going to be a part of, so that'll be going on. I don't know exactly what days, times, and all that yet. Tuesdays, as always, Sports Madness at 6:30 Eastern. Doing my thing with Jay. Wednesdays, we do Relax Wednesday, but we're taking a break from that for a couple weeks. But I do got the AFC North with Bobby G. I'm here with you, but you're in Hawaii, so you need that break. I do in a couple weeks. Me and Jay are starting a NFL show at 6:30 Eastern on Sundays. We'll be doing just an NFL show because that Tuesday show becomes all NFL. We can't even talk any other sports. So we said, screw it. We're going to start an NFL show. It'll be 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Sunday, starting January 7th. And it'll be all NFL, all show.
So Tuesday will be more of a variety show.
Yeah, Tuesday will be still some. We'll still talk about the NFL games we didn't get to say anything about really because the games will still be going on. So if something crazy happens, we'll obviously talk about it, but it'll be more NBA because that season's starting to really get in gear. So it's college basketball and everything like that, plus boxing and stuff.
I worked all over
They're
there.
going at it over here.
56 years old. Oh, that's good.
Do give me a follow at the Man Cave 10 on TikTok. If you got TikTok, go on there, follow me. Don't pay attention to anything I do. I don't care. It's funny stuff, good content. Just trying to get to that 1,000.
Oh, I had a space in there for some reason. So there it is. Your Twitter one is here. Hopefully people can find it that way. Well, good. Well, good luck against the Texans. I'm picking us to beat the Ravens, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. I think they're pretty legit. At least their defense is. And I think that even if their offense isn't as legit, our defense is pretty banged up, especially at defensive tackle, which is trouble. Then that affects the linebackers and the safeties and just a domino effect through the center of the defense. Be a little bit soft. But good. Well, Mike, I'll say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
In case we don't stream next week, I'll say Happy New Year as well.
Happy New Year.
The following Monday. And I'll just say peace and go Niners.
Woo-hoo.